You're now tuned in to the Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast.
And welcome in, listeners, to another episode of Two Dudes, One Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host this evening, Michael Eck, alongside me, my partner as always, Ryan Green. Ryan, how are you, man? How was your weekend?
Weekend was very good. Had a lot of fun. Went down to Atlantic City. You know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
What'd you do? Anything fun?
I went on the lake here, Lake Norman. I had a great day on the lake on Saturday.
That's right. On the boat.
Yes, sir. We're enjoying it because you know what? We got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and this week is something special we're going to do first ever for the show, because it's the first time we're ever going to do it. It's called Memorial Mock Week, and we are going to do a whole week of episodes of just mock drafts. We're going to do our news. We're going to do 10-man, 12-man standard leagues. We're going to do 10-man, 12-man PPR leagues. Maybe we'll fit in our own personal league, and we'll bring on a guest appearance later this weekend to get that going for y'all. And maybe we'll do a half PPR. We'll see what we're in the mood for, but standard PPR, you'll pretty much get the format from there. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I know it's really early, but it fits, man. It fits because camp's opening up. Players are going, voluntary workouts and stuff. Rookie camp's going on. It's only about 100 days left to the season, I think, starts. So, technically, obviously that's regular season.
I'm ready for it, brother.
And we're going to pile them all on. It's just something we're going to do. Give you guys all the content, all the mocks now, so you can start preparing and thinking about it. All right, man. With that, let's get to it. We got a long episode today, probably doing a mock. So let's just go into our breaking balls. Yes, sir. How it always is. Start it off, man. Let's hear what you got.
Julio Jones came out that he wants to play for the Patriots. Obviously, feelings are mutual there with the Pats. He's a phenomenal player. Also, more on Julio. Shannon Sharp gave him a call on the show with Skip, and Julio said he's out of there and he wants to win. So that narrows it down to the teams that he's looking for, obviously contenders, and it should be fun to see where he lands.
Being a Giant fan, he kind of threw shade at the Cowboys. It all started because he was wearing a Cowboy shirt today. Or that day, yesterday, and they called him, and he was like, hey, you going to play for the Cowboys or Atlanta? That's what he said. He said, no, I'm out of there. So he's already probably leaving Atlanta. And then at the end of the video, he quotes that he does not want to play with Dallas. He wants to win. He knows, he watches football too, because I think Shannon Sharp says something around Dallas doesn't win. He said, I know, I watch too. God telling me. So he knows. So
yeah, I think he said that it was, I don't know if he articulated his words in the proper way, but I think he said that they photoshopped it or something. He's like, you know what they do with those pictures or something.
Okay. Yeah. It would be it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see. There's some teams that are speculating out there. The Titans are one, the Ravens are one, the Niners are one, Pats obviously are one. It's where he wants to go. You got teams we could throw out there. Maybe you got potentially the Packers. You said that you thought the Bills, but these are teams that really don't have a lot of cap space right now. We can even throw out the Texans, somebody like this, but obviously he wants to win. He doesn't have a trade clause, so he can't really say, no, I don't want to go there. He's going to have to get traded and go where he's going to go. I would love for him to stay as a bird and come to the Ravens. I'm sure you probably don't want him on the Titans since you're going to be keeping A.J. Brown in our main league, but it should be exciting. We keep saying June 1st. I think it's getting closer, and it's going to happen. So it's going to happen probably sooner rather than later come that day. Just be alert, and we'll definitely be cracking that news to you too. All right, Ryan, what else we got?
Rodgers didn't show up to the voluntary workouts. Usually he does, so there was a little bit of a
speculation.
Yeah, that this could be a sign. I'm not sure what he's looking for, to be honest. I don't know if he wants more money or what is going on with that situation. I really don't know. I just know he wasn't happy with the people. So who the hell knows what's going on? But obviously he didn't show up. That's another step in the wrong direction for him.
Yeah, it definitely is going the wrong way for him. I keep saying I think it'd be funny if we saw a Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers trade. I think that'd be kind of funny. But who knows? And I just touched on Deshaun Watson too. We all know the allegations, but he still doesn't want to play for the Texans. That's kind of obvious. What else, man? What else we got? We got
Report came out about Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones are going to continue to split the work.
yeah,
So another not fun fantasy backfield.
Ron Jones was doing pretty well. He had probably the better games, I would say, but Leonard Fournette did come into his own, I think, during the playoffs, and then the last like 3 games of the regular season, he started playing well. But for the most part, it was fun to look forward to Ronald Jones, maybe, but that'll probably be a backfield you don't want to go and draft. Anything else that you can think of or you saw or noticed?
TJ Hawkinson is an ascending talent.
That's
Someone
right.
out of their camp said. I mean, that's obvious. Obviously, first round pick.
And that wide receiver room is pretty despicable at this point.
Yeah, it's gross
right now. So doesn't surprise me. Probably doesn't surprise you. Doesn't surprise many of you that he's going to be that top target and that top ascending player is what they said, because he's probably the only guy there that can put in the work for now. Obviously they have rookies they bought in and other players, but he's the only one that knows the playbook, only one that's going to know everything. So it doesn't surprise me there. Is that it, man?
That's it.
Okay, all right, cool. With that, I want to get a quick thought on your side here. Let's say, real quick, for the audience, you're keeping A.J. Brown, and Julio gets traded to the Titans. Any hesitation there? You still lock in A.J. Brown. What do you think that means for A.J. Brown? Just because you're someone who's all on him, I just want to get this out there for them and see what they would think.
Yeah, obviously would still keep A.J. Brown. I mean, it does hurt his ceiling, but I mean, last year Corey Davis had about 1,000 yards. Julio's a lock to miss a handful of games. Obviously, he's up there in age. It benefits the whole offense. It's going to obviously hurt specifically A.J. Brown's ceiling, but it'll be awesome to watch that out there. Even if he goes from being my locked in 1 to now being my wide receiver 2. What are you gonna do? It's a 5th round keeper.
Yeah, all right. That's kind of where I was at. I just wanted to make sure we're on this, like I'm on the same page with you in a way. But I know you're someone who's bigger on him, and I know we just did a dynasty mock draft and we had A.J. Brown, I think, going 2nd overall. Probably still safe to take him there in your dynasty mock drafts if the Titans somehow bring in Julio. Like you noted, Julio and Ridley both played phenomenal together. Julio did miss a few games, which he's probably going to because he's getting up in age. I really wouldn't worry too much about it if you're Titans A.J. Brown fan or A.J. Brown keeper in your scenario, but it's going to be something to look forward to, like we said. All right.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify who was the 2nd receiver off the board. Don't take him 2nd overall in your draft.
Yes, 2nd receiver. 2nd receiver. That should be definitely noted, duly noted, because you want to go in there 2nd pick and you could easily steal, Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Chris McCaffrey, depending on where he goes if he's not first. And next you take A.J. Brown. Everybody's laughing at you. All right, man.
You ready for this mock?
Yeah, 10 or 12. What do we want to do today?
You want to do 12-man standard?
I am down to do 12-man standard. I'm setting it up now and then. Let's get this going.
Drop that link, son.
Mock.
Oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
All right.
Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. I got you.
Says I'm in.
Nah, I made the wrong thing. Do. This is what you need. This is what you need to join. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. And we'll do the same thing we did last time. I'll split this over here.
1 and 2 again.
Yeah, I just need to figure out why. There we go. I don't know if we should do 1 and 2, but yeah. Oh yeah, 1 and 2, and then I'll randomize. So let me put this on the screen for all y'all to see. We're gonna go into the same thing. We'll go to draft settings, draft order. We're gonna randomize. Here we go. And I got 12. You got 10. Interesting.
Nice. This will be fun.
This will be fun. I'm gonna let the computer go and take it away from every pick. So we're just gonna let it start. This is a 12-man again, standard league. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm sure McCaffrey goes 1 again because, Barkley.
Hey now.
Okay, Barkley. Okay, McCaffrey 5. That's kind of crazy.
Holy running backs.
All right. Let's run it down here. This is before you take your pick. This is really crazy. Barkley to Cook to Kamara to Henry, McCaffrey to Taylor, then Zeke at 7, Chubb at 8, Adams first wide receiver off the board at 9. Wow, talk about honestly a curveball for me, man. I thought that was for sure gonna be McCaffrey 1 still, and then maybe like Dalvin Cook and then like Derrick Henry or something.
Yeah, I'm now I'm in a tough spot because a lot of these running backs, pass catching
Pass
is their
catchers,
claim
yeah.
to fame. Eckler, Jones, Akers could be sneaky, but I feel like it's too early. So actually, I'm not really going to think too much about this. I have this guy as since my last little ranking sheet that I did, he's my highest rated receiver. So I'm going to take Stephon Diggs here.
That's a good pick. I like that. I actually kind of thought that was a no-brainer. Like you said, the running backs available are all kind of pass catchers. He's definitely a guy who Stephon Diggs at a wide receiver doesn't really need to worry about catching passes. He's going to get his yards and his touchdowns. Kelsey goes after you. Now I am at 12 with the back-to-back picks. Man, I think I'm going to lock on the first one real quick. It'll be fast. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill. The second one, man, this is where I kind of want a running back because I won't be picking for another 23 picks. So I gotta make this count. Oh man, for a running back, you know what, man? I think I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna go with Austin Eckler. I think he's
okay.
a little more
Okay.
explosive than Aaron Jones on the ground, and they got a better O-line, I think. So
I like it. I can definitely get behind that. Now, I was really hoping Kelsey would fall to me here. I didn't want to talk about it because he went right after me, but that's a little unfortunate. Damn, this is tough. None of these running backs are gonna fall to me. I'm gonna be stuck in no man's land.
yeah, you're sort of the same boat I was in.
Sheesh, man.
This
All right,
is tough.
I'm gonna take my guy Joe Mixon here.
That's a good pick.
He does enough on the ground, gets a lot of work.
Holy wide
Doesn't
receivers.
solely rely on pass catching. Yeah, wow, look at that run.
Right after Mixon was DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, and then Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, George Kittle. Our first QB off the board at round 2, pick 11, Patrick Mahomes, then Ridley, then Keenan Allen, Miles Sanders, Allen Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Terry McLaurin, Michael Thomas. Holy hell, Michael Thomas went pretty late. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chris Godwin, and now Josh Jacobs. And I'm looking at some of these running backs, man. You got some good ones. Yeah, you got some good ones here. I see 4 good ones I like. So
now I'm between Dobbins and Harris here. Carson's kind of there, but I think he's a tier below. Dobbins obviously doesn't rely on pass catching at all.
Nope.
With his situation, so it's kind of safer play. Najee, the full workload. This is tough, man.
And then I mean,
Julio's there.
Yeah, I was looking at Julio, Mike Evans, and Amari Cooper, guys who are touchdown guys. They're not, your 12 catches for 50-yard kind of guys. They're 6 for 80 and a touchdown a game, pretty much. So that's yards and a touchdown. You're getting 15 points out of them there in standard league, which is good, I guess, especially because you have Diggs too.
Yeah, don't try and talk me into a receiver here, Shitter. I'm taking Najee.
Najee, okay. Well, that means Julio Jones goes at 11. Team 11 is looking pretty good right now. Well, that brings me to my pick, and I'm going to lock in my boy who I got, Dobbins. We'll take that first. So now I got Dobbins and Eckler running the 1-2 punch with Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. And I think this is a no-brainer for me as well. I think I'm going to lock in Amari Cooper here for my second wide receiver, and I'll have the way my teams turn out. Mike Evans goes right after me. You're back on the clock with Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, and Najee Harris. Still got some good wide receivers here, man. I mean,
there's a lot of good receivers, but that's going to be the trend throughout the rest of the draft. Really deep, obviously.
Running backs is
Chris Carson is still there, and that would be a great pick.
It would be. You get a solid flex there. Just talk about noting that if you guys can't see, which I don't think you can, it is 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex, and 1 kicker, 1 defense. Just like our last video. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's our Dynasty Startup League mock draft. Awesome experience. Same thing. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I think I'm gonna go a little unorthodox here, and I'm gonna lock in my tight end. I'm gonna take Darren Waller here in the fourth.
It's honestly a huge pick. Big tight end guy for the Raiders. One of their only targets. I know catches don't count, but he'll get everything every game. So, all right, Chris Carson goes right after you. No surprise there. David Montgomery, Robert Woods, Kenny Galladay, Deontay Johnson, Josh Allen, second quarterback off the board. Adam Thielen, Kareem Hunt, DJ Moore, TJ Hawkinson, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Myles Gaskin, Travis Etienne, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray go back to back in the fifth. Melvin Gordon, Mark Andrews, and now you are up again, sir.
Yeah, the running backs are now gone completely. Dak and Russ are available at quarterback. I just took my tight end. My running backs are solid. I think I got to go receiver here, and I think it's going to be Lockett. Lockett's another one of those guys, and not super heavily reliant on just pure catching passes. It's more like the big plays and the
Big
touchdowns. So I think
explosive
Lockett
touchdown.
will be
Yep.
solid for standard. So I'm going to take Lockett here.
That's a great pick. And Tyler Lockett after you goes James Robinson to my pick. Again, having Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper at my wide receiver, Austin Eckler, J.K. Dobbins at my running backs. I'm stuck here, man. I was really kind of hoping maybe Hawkinson or Mark Andrews would fall to me a little bit because then I could do that. But the tight end position is kind of scarce, so I'm not going to worry about that. Quarterbacks, I mean, I could go Dak, but there's a lot, I can get better options later on. And we noted before, we like to draft quarterbacks towards the end anyway. Get more value out of the players you can get now rather than taking a quarterback who you can get doing the same thing in the later rounds.
Definitely.
So my options are limited at running back too. But I might go with a guy here at running back who doesn't really, he catches passes a little bit, but he does a lot of explosive work on the ground. I don't know if it's a reach, but I'm scared that the second time around after these two picks, it won't come back to me and there won't be anybody good. So I'm just going to lock in Raheem Mostert.
That's a good pick.
Wide receiver. I'm gonna go wide receiver. I'm gonna keep doing the trend. Running back, wide receiver, I guess for now. And there's guys like Odell up here, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Juju, DJ Chark, Cortland Sutton, Chase Claypool, Will Fuller, Tyler Boyd. These guys are all kind of like your slot receivers. Get catches, get yards. We don't want catches. We kind of want touchdowns. To be honest, I might go with Chark here just because I'm trusting he'll be the only like big target for Trevor Lawrence, and being a big guy. So I'm gonna go with DJ Chark. I think for my third wide receiver. Chase Edmonds goes right after me. Now you are up.
Yeah, I'm thinking I go for a high upside play here at running back. My receivers are good. I can get other guys later in the rounds. Obviously, same with quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a rookie, Javonte Williams, and pray that he takes Melvin Gordon's role sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and definitely your roster, you can afford that a little bit. Having your flex kind of covered, right? Do you have your flex covered already? You do.
Well, he would be my flex.
He would be your flex. Okay, you don't have it covered yet. That's right.
But yeah, should be some receivers
Still a
here
good
falling
pick.
to me.
Still a good pick. After you, obviously Odell Beckham, Dak Prescott, Brandon Ayuk, Ronald Jones, T. Higgins, David Johnson, Russell Wilson, Dallas Goedert, Aaron Rodgers, Damian Harris, Cortland Sutton, Zach Moss, kind of early in my opinion, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Herbert, Kenyon Drake, Chase Claypool, and then Leonard Fournette to Jalen Hurts. Now you are up. Quarterbacks are flying these last 3 rounds. Holy.
Yeah. I still have a lot of good options here.
Oops, sorry.
At receiver. Will Fuller could be a high upside kind of guy. Obviously, he's missing week 1. Tyler Boyd's always solid. Robbie Anderson's very good. Debo's a stud. Brandon Cooks is very good, but obviously questionable. So, wow, this is tough. I could load up on the rookies, back-to-back picks here. Snag a Jamar Chase. I could go for a safer option in Tyler Boyd. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals receiver here. I'm gonna take Jamar Chase. Pray for that upside.
That's a great pick. Definitely, yeah, you got a young guy there. Someone who, like we talked about in other episodes, AJ Green is leaving 100 vacated targets. So even if he gets 60 of them, we don't care about passes here. But if he gets yards and touchdowns, is that deep threat kind of guy that he was with Joe Burrow in college, that could be awesome. That could be another Tyler Lockett you got in your hands. Tom Brady next. Man, now I'm up. I was kind of looking for Brady later, low key. All right, I think I'm gonna again, keep going with the same trend. I'm going to take a guy here at running back. I don't think he should really be here, but that's just going to be Mike Davis because he's the only guy that's really left on the board that has a role, and it should just be he's the only guy there in the backfield, but they have noted that it's up for grabs, but I don't know how much it can be up for grabs if he's the only one there. And then I think I'm going to go... Just thinking about tight end. I mean, I could risk it for Kyle Pitts as a rookie. Who knows how much he can really get into? There's guys like Noah Fant who I can trust being a big guy tight end for touchdown receptions. I can go Robert Tonyan, who is obviously the second scoring option in Green Bay last year. I think I'm gonna hold off on tight ends though. Still, I'm gonna stay true to my word. I'm gonna go back to back just to see, keep going the trend. Wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back. And I'm gonna take my guy here. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. Like, he had a great season last year for Houston. He's the only guy in Houston, really. I don't care if Deshaun Watson's not there. I'm talking about Brandon Cooks. I really think if anybody comes in, they're going to try to get him the ball, and hopefully he's quick, he can score. So I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, and after we went Robbie Anderson, who I was trying to get here at this pick, so that kind of sucks. I definitely don't want Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd, but Tyler Boyd's a good value here. Then this is tough. I think I'm between Jerry Jeudy and Deebo Samuel. Neither will fall to me in the next round, so I can't really pass on them.
I was gonna get Deebo just because Deebo has a chance to have like rushing touchdowns. They like to use him a lot there, and it's rushing yards, and anything you can really get in standard is gonna be beneficial.
Yeah, it sucks because I'm just a little bit higher on Jerry Jeudy.
Same. I like Jeudy too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Jerry Jeudy here.
It's tough. All right, Jeudy to Will Fuller, Noah Fant, Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Landry, James Conner, Naheem Hines, Deebo Samuel, there he goes, Devin Singletary, Curtis Samuel, Robert Tonyan, A.J. Dillon, Latavius Murray, Logan Thomas, Kyle Pitts, Devontae Parker, Joe Burrow, Michael Gallup, Evan Ingram, and you are up in 4 tight ends this round so far. So there goes my hopes and dreams for any of those guys I really wanted. So that's what happens. You roll the dice, you gamble, and it doesn't pay off. So we're going to continue on my draft.
So judging by the trends of the draft, you're going to go running back here. So I'm going to take the last high upside guy that I have my eyes on, and that's Michael Carter, the Jets rookie running back here.
Solid pick. That was one of the guys I was looking at this round. With that, I mean, that might make me, obviously, we talked about pivoting, adjusting to the draft. So this is definitely a scenario after you was Corey Davis. But seeing that you took the running back I was eyeing, I am going to pivot here, and I think this is where you kind of forced my hand to maybe take a tight end. And I'm going to take a guy here who I'll go tight end, probably running back, or tight end wide receiver, and guy who was big red zone target last year for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Hopefully he passed on some stuff to Tua, and that's Mike Gesicki. I like him here. I think he can be a big body guy in the red zone it's a chance in the dark, I guess you could say, because his reliable quarterback that was thrown to him is not there, but maybe the rookie learned something from the vet. All right, I'm going to go, obviously, I look more towards the wide receivers because these running backs, I mean, I could just throw out some names: Tony Pollard, Darrell Henderson, Tariq Cohen, Gus Edwards, Jamal Williams. Like, we're getting into the secondary guys, and I don't really trust any of them. I could lock up Trey Sermon with Raheem Mostert. Once Raheem Mostert gets hurt, like he will, Trey Sermon's there, but I'll pray maybe that gets back to me or you take him, whatever. Looking at some of these wide receivers too, it's kind of yuck. These guys are all like yardage kind of dudes. You got like Laviska Shenault, Marquise Brown, Devontae Smith, Mike Williams, who gets hurt a lot. Marvin Jones' new team, Michael Pittman. I think I'm between one of the Colt wide receivers, to be honest. T.Y. Hilton's up here and Michael Pittman. I just don't know who Carson Wentz would favor more, and I'm gonna go with the vet. I got depth. I'm gonna go T.Y. Hilton. I got depth.
Thank God you did that. I thought you were gonna take my guy, and it is Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. Well, I was gonna take Jalen Waddle, but doing 2 Miami Dolphin players back to back would have made me
That's true.
a little edgy. So after T.Y. Hilton was Laviska Shenault to Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Ryan Tannehill, Darrell Henderson, Marquise Brown, J.D. McKissick, Mike Williams, Tony Pollard, Irv Smith, Matthew Stafford, Tariq Cohen, Matt Ryan, Hunter Henry, Rob Gronkowski, Gus Edwards, Tyler Higbee, Jamal Williams, Philip Lindsay, Trey Sermon. So Trey Sermon doesn't get back to me and or you. Obviously the pick right before you. But these tight ends, man, again, are dropping like flies. Some of these guys, I think some of these players have 3 tight ends. Nope, never mind. I stand corrected. They all have at least 2. Some have 2. Some have 1.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm gonna go a little bit ballsy here with this pick. Obviously, standard league. This helps sway my decision. I'm gonna take a running back. A running back who's currently homeless, but when he does play, hopefully, obviously I don't want any injuries upon any players, but if he does get a job and the starter goes down, this guy comes in, gets touchdowns, and it's Todd Gurley. And you don't have to rely on PPR scoring for him to be valuable. He's going to get those touchdowns if he is anything, obviously a shell of himself. But Todd Gurley, it is.
That's good. That's good. I like that. Todd Gurley, I honestly think that the Falcons are waiting for something to happen to make up capital and bring him back. But I drafted Mike Davis in this, so in this scenario, I would hope that it's not true. All right. Going to my 11th pick here in the draft. This is tough, man. This is tough. This is very tough. Because I would like another running back here because I have on my roster Austin Eckler, J.K. Dobbins, Raheem Mostert, and Mike Davis. I would like to lock in at least one more guy there, but looking at some of these running backs, Rashad Penny, no, James White's more of a pass catcher. Marlon Mack, we don't really know anything. Tevin Coleman. Then there's rookie Kenneth Gainwell, who might not see the field much. Mark Ingram is kind of lost cause right now. So, Le'Veon Bell, but that's also another lost cause. I think we're good to just pivot off of that. Wide receivers, same thing. There's some real stretchers here, Marvin Jones, Michael Pittman. But I come across a guy here who's played well with Brady at the end of the year, and that's Antonio Brown. I think I'm going to take Antonio Brown here for at least this pick. Gives me a little more time to think about the next decision I want to make and come around pick 12. I still need a kicker. I still need a defense. I still need a quarterback. And I have one more bench spot open. I think I'm going to lock in a quarterback here. I know he'll probably be off the board. Some of these guys like to draft 2 quarterbacks in this mock. Just for the purpose, I'd like to keep this on just so I can have on my team, see what it looks like, because I have a feeling he won't be here. And it's going to be trusting a rookie here, Trevor Lawrence. The rushing upside, team's probably going to be down a lot. He's got to throw the ball a lot. He won't get benched. It's all going to be a learning experience. I kind of like that. So I hope I'll ride the wave, man. Maybe he goes 17-0 and never loses a regular season game in his career so far. Who knows? But then Marvin Jones right after me, and now you were up, sir.
And now what I'm going to do here is ballsy, to say the least, as I'm going from Gurley to this pick. And I think the value is too good to pass here. And it's Deshaun Watson, believe it or not, in the 12th round.
That is crazy, especially because, Deshaun Watson may not play. Obviously we know he doesn't want to play for the Texans, but who knows what's going on with that. After that was Rashard Penny to Jalen Reagor to Jonnu Smith to Austin Hooper, Michael Pittman, John Brown, James White, Nelson Aguilar, Jamison Crowder, Henry Ruggs, Darnell Mooney, Sterling Shepard, Alan Lazard, Zach Ertz, Marlon Mack, Cole Kmet, Mecole Hardman, Cole Beasley, and now you are back up, sir.
I am back up, and now this is where I cover my ass after picking Deshaun Watson, and I take another quarterback. And I'm between Fields and I'm between Lance. Both have to sit behind a mediocre starter in Jimmy Garoppolo and Andy Dalton. However, I think Justin Fields has a better shot to start sooner, so I'm going to snag Justin Fields.
Not even taking your boy, Daniel Jones?
No,
All right. That was Blake Jarwin. Man, I'm just thinking, there are teams, 2 tight ends back to back, Jonnu Smith and Cole Kmet. Like that team took 2. Higbee to Hooper, that team took 2. It's really
the late round guys. You got to throw your darts.
Yeah, it's really getting scarce out here. I want to take at the 13th pick. This is where we're going to get a little tricky. I think I'm going to go. Some of these running backs, man, they just don't sound good to me. So I'm going to go with, what the hell? Maybe he's going to be a big body for Lamar. Let's go with the rookie Rashard Bateman here in the 13th round. 14th. While we're at the kickers and defenses, usually I don't draft a kicker. I kind of just take a defense round 15. But again, we know the last episode we probably forsake for the mock. We're going to do it. And I'm probably going to take the kicker here. Everybody's like, oh, Harrison Butker. But I'm a Ravens fan. I think the Ravens offense is better. I'm going to go Just Tucker. I think he's better kicker than Butker.
God dang it.
And then Young Ho Koo is gone right after me. There goes your guy.
Whatever, I'll settle for Bucker. That's upsetting. I really wanted Coop.
Butker.
After Bucker goes Zerline, Lutz, Gold, Myers, Sanders, Prater, Crosby, Blankenship, Jake Elliott, all kickers, by the way. To the Titans defense, Eagles defense, Washington defense, Jets defense for some reason, Patriots, Tampa Bay, Saints, Seahawks, Chiefs. Now I'm on the clock for defense. Niners, Steelers, good defenses, both good options. Giants are even a sneaky one. Now, should we do one where we pass on one of the kicker/defenses to take another player, or should we draft both for the sake of it?
I mean, if you got someone in your mind that you think you would take right here, I mean, by all means, I think you should say it. But I think for the sake, we should just stay with the typical defense. Get your whole team rounded out.
All right. So for the sake of the draft, I will take a defense here, but I just want to talk about some options that are still available. Darius Slayton is still here. Obviously, he had a good rookie season with Daniel Jones last year. The whole offense was bad. You can't really take much out of that. Slayton could be a nice sleeper guy. We got Elijah Moore, obviously someone I'm really high on, a rookie. Rondale Moore, I believe. Amon-Ra St. Brown is still available. Kadarius Toney. So the last round, if you're not going to take a kicker or a defense, you want to take these high upside dart throws. So like obviously the first round receivers, who knows if they'll go in your draft. If they do fall to this point, this is where you would want to snag them, especially in keeper leagues. That'd be a phenomenal keeper if they do end up hitting. If they don't, you cut them and you pick up a defense or a kicker, and it's no skin off your back at all, no problem. Let's look at some running backs. Also, there's handcuffs if you wanted to get some handcuffs. So you just want to keep an eye on who is available when you are picking, and if no one there really stands out to you, then yeah, obviously you take the defense or kicker or whatever. But I still suggest taking a dart throw over just settling for a kicker or a defense.
Yeah.
So with that said, I am going to take the Niners defense.
All right, Niners and the Browns defense. Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback what you're saying. Definitely, if you're in the draft and you don't, the reason why you don't really have to draft a defense and a kicker is just because you're going to be able to pick one up. You could take a dart throw and maybe something builds up in the offseason or before the regular season, maybe during preseason games. Someone goes down, their spot's immediately there, and you have that guy. And boom, you don't have to worry about anybody outbidding you or having a higher waiver option than you. However, your free agent style waiver wire is, you already have him. Obviously, it's like you said, Ryan, a dart throw, and it really is. But it has worked out in a lot of scenarios and a lot of different times, different places. I know a few years ago, I took a dart throw and I took Lamar Jackson, and he wound up having an MVP year. I mean, I didn't take a quarterback before that because I kind of was like, I'm going to take my kicker and defense around 13, 14, and then 15, I'm going to take my dart throw, and I'm going to take Lamar. I kind of got laughed at because everybody says he's a running back because, and then he had an MVP season, and it worked out really well. So definitely weigh out your options there, and don't worry about defense and kicker as priority because you can always get one the night before Sunday or Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.
At that point, you find the best defense who's playing in a favorable matchup. Obviously, like even if it's a bad team, if the Vikings are playing the Lions and you want to stream the Vikings, or the Dolphins are playing the Jets, something like that. Like you have a favorable matchup, you go with the best option available. And there's always going to be defenses and kickers out there available to you, no matter what. Kickers are the most inconsistent things outside of the top three guys. You just you're praying for 10 points out of them.
Yes,
which is.
For example, like if I don't take a defense here, which I'm going to take the Rams. But if I didn't take them, or if I do take them, or if I don't take them, going to the regular season, the Steelers defense is still available. The Chargers, the Packers, Broncos, Ravens, Bears, Bills, these defenses are still here that might not get snagged by week 1. So definitely, for the sake of the draft, I'll take the Rams. But just be on the lookout. You can take somebody there. And have a chance instead of drafting your kicker and defense because you'll always get one eventually.
And we advise that you do that. That you do take those dart throws over a defense or a kicker.
Absolutely. All right, so that is our team. You can run down your team real quick. Start, if you want to do your starters, it's up to you.
Yeah. Absolutely. So first round, I went Stephon Diggs, followed up by Joe Mixon. In the third, I got Najee Harris. Fourth, Darren Waller. To Tyler Lockett, Javonte Williams, Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Carter, Jalen Waddle, Todd Gurley, Deshaun Watson, and Justin Fields, Harrison Butker, and the 49ers defense.
Yes, sir. My team running out looking like Tyreek Hill in the first, Austin Eckler, followed by J.K. Dobbins, Amari Cooper, to Raheem Mostert, to DJ Chark, to Mike Davis, Brandon Cooks, Mike Gesicki, T.Y. Hilton, Antonio Brown, Trevor Lawrence, and ending it with Rashard Bateman, Justin Tucker, and then the Los Angeles Rams defense. Not a bad standard draft, 12 people again, so it got, thin as we got close to the end of the rounds. We're accustomed to usually doing 10 people. We have done leagues where we do 12. Ryan, I think we're accustomed to both 10 a lot. Usually it's 10 people. A lot of our leagues are 10. But obviously 12 is also another popularity, so people like to see this. So we're doing that. We have a lot of time still, man. If you want, we have another 20 minutes. If you want to run it again and do a 10-man standard, stay today. It's Memorial Mock Week. We can do 10-man here. Run through that. You think we got time?
I don't know. I think we should save it.
You should save
Keep it
it.
a mock.
All right, keep it one mock. All right, so then we'll come back on Wednesday. You'll see another episode drop.
Yeah. Are we releasing this tomorrow on Tuesday, or are we dropping this tonight?
This will drop tomorrow, Tuesday. But
So we're gonna go.
We'll meet up again on Wednesday. Record
and we'll Saturday.
Yeah, okay. We'll do our 10 or 12-man PPR, and then Friday for the weekend episodes when we'll try to get our guest speaker on here and get that to the people, because that'll be we'll probably do a 12-man PPR Wednesday, and we'll do a 10-man PPR with our guest appearance, someone from our league, and we'll do a 10-man PPR then. All right, yeah, that sounds good. It's just a shorter episode for today. But yeah, man, I hope you guys got a lot of, notes out of this, drafting strategies. We're going to keep digging more into this and talking about why we're picking a player, who we're picking, who we're liking. And if you have any questions, again, we say it every episode. We mean it. Linktree in our description, in our Instagram, on our Twitter. Go there, write a question if you want to be anonymous, or follow us on our socials, which I will lower here in a minute because I had to hide them. I'll go back to the studio, actually. It is at 2dudes1ballff on Instagram and at 2dudes1ball on Twitter. Follow us. Send us your comments. Give us some feedback. Maybe you like somebody. Maybe you're sleeping on someone. Or maybe you have a dart throw that we didn't say or we didn't think about when we were doing this. Tell us everything you got. Other than that, like the video, subscribe to our channel, turn the bell on, get notifications when we drop new videos. We look forward to seeing you guys next episode and every episode from here on out, because this is going to the moon. 2 dudes, 1 ball forever. And peace and love from me, man. And we appreciate all the support. Ryan, say something for the people, man.
I love the people, man. You know what it is.
We love the people.
Yeah, yes, maybe I'll bring out the bucket hat soon.
Bucket hat, right? We haven't had that in a while. Maybe for Friday, that guest speaker appearance can see the bucket hat. Debating if he's got a cam or not. We'll see. But yes, sir. Peace and love from me, everybody. Be good out there.
God bless.
Thank you for listening to the 2 Dudes, 1 Ball Fantasy Football Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.